Dear Nigerian youths, it is with great disappointment I'm writing this letter because most of you to protect lives and properties. Who are you going to call when armed robbers invade your homes or your loved ones' abode? My fellow youths, killing of policemen is not in any way going to improve the lives of many Nigerians who are wallowing in poverty right now. I know the dreaded F0L1Ç unit brought a very bad name to this security department, but I can assure you that as a very sociable Nigerian, that all Nigerian policemen are not the same. But the fact is, Nigerians know that. They're not stupid. They know that. But the thing is, there's so many they're basically desperate. So of course the government is not taking care of you, the government is not taking care of Nigerians, so we basically steal from each other. And the fact is, the economy is not good. You as a policeman, you think you have values, and then they're tested, and because you're desperate, you have responsibilities, you have no choice but to extort from the citizens because you're not being taken care of. You're a public officer, you've got responsibilities, and it doesn't help that your colleagues are doing the same thing and they don't get punished for nothing but give their best in order to see that lives and properties are protected at all costs. The fact is, you can't lie to us because we as Nigerians, we know that you're not benefiting well of the government. We know your salary is very low. We know the government does not pay for your pension, and your pension is not even like certain. And also we know where you live in the barracks. You're not living a better life. You're not living better lives. So there's no point in trying to attack the Nigerian youth. And again, the word Nigerian youth, we need to make this word specific. That I know of are the ones that are very, very mature in their heads, and basically they're fighting for a forward Nigeria. Because you can't compare the Nigerian youth that were protesting and Lekki massacre to the Nigerian youth that you're talking about that are destroying lives and properties and also killing the protesters. I mean, killing the policemen. The fact is, the government pushed the Nigerian public so far, and for every action there's a reaction, because the the army went to shoot on armed protesters, and they planned it in a way that they thought that there will be no evidence. Why? Because before the attack they took cameras off, the cell towers were off, the electricity was off, and the CCTV cameras were off as well. So it was already planned so that no one will have live coverage of what was going on. Thank God for me, DJ Switch, because she showed you what was live. So again, with all these steps that were taken in order for the people to be unarmed, of course violence is not the best answer, but then targeting the Nigerian youth and blaming them for this is absolutely wrong. So this person continues saying, yes, it is glaringly evident that the unit harbors a few bad eggs in their midst, but I can assure you that the government is taking drastic measures to weed them all out of the force. That is not true, because the Lagos government specifically are making plans to help the victims, the police victims. Because now they know that they need to buy your integrity so that they can use you against us. That's what they're trying to do, because we all as Nigerians know that you, the policemen, you're not living good lives, so don't even. And so to prove this right, the Lagos state government recently released 30 names that are currently under investigation and will be prosecuted as soon as possible. This is to show you that all work is currently going on to ensure that the Nigerian police union for being on uniformed men, and you're eager to vent your anger due to the ill treatment you may have experienced at their hands. But certainly, it's not enough to take a life, even if your anger is based on an eye for an eye. Honestly, I'm deeply pained whenever I go on social media and I see videos of Nigerian youth engaging armed policemen, and I wonder, how did we get here? How did we allow ourselves to be a subject of mockery to other neighboring countries who are now calling Nigeria a lawless nation? Massacre. It took the Ghanaian president to come and console Nigerians and be like, oh, I've talked to your president and this is what your president is planning to do. So the actual president of Nigeria did not say anything, and it took the Ghanaian president to say something. That already shows how wrecked the country is. And for you to think that they're right now at this time when the government is meant to be proactive, there are now rumors that the president is dead allegedly, that the president is cloned allegedly, and lawless nation and subject of mockery. Nigeria has been doing that by themselves, for themselves, because of the leaders that are there. And the person continues saying, my fellow youth, my fellow rented thugs by the politicians, all this agitation against the people that ought to serve and protect us has got to stop. These policemen have families, and whenever you are moved to take a uniformed man's life, just know you're in the process of making a poor woman somewhere a widow, and also rendering his children out because they are useless to us and they're not doing their jobs. So I'm telling you, the Nigerian youth are not the ones, and stop categorizing them as, oh, the Nigerian youth did this. They didn't do it. You need to go and talk to the rented thugs who have been bought by the politicians to go create havoc, because it's all a plan. They basically want, for them, they want a situation where there's an unrest, and then they will take legal action and be like, oh, by the way, because there was civil unrest, that is why we did what we did, basically. More violence, likely to jeopardize the interest of our nation. Currently, stability is what we need most in order to move Nigeria forward. Gratitude for your cooperation. But personally, for me, I feel like this is rooted in prejudice against the Nigerian youths. And yes, you need to target your target market. Tell them that it is the rented songs that politicians are using, not the Nigerian youth. Because Nigerian youth, the real ones that we know of, they're not doing that. They're in your everyday life, understanding that that's what it is. So yes, you need to go. If anything, if you're smart as a police person, is either you go and sit down in your house and be comfortable and just not put yourself in any form of danger, or you basically join the people and protest to make this powerful, because you also need to fight for your rights, because the Nigerian government is not treating you well, your salaries are low and everything. So if you want to strategize and make this even a better protest and a better revolution, team up with the people, because they are fighting for their